closed.
You don't look the sort who can afford to turn down legitimate work.
What do you want?
How about we start with a light?
Well, you got a name, miss?
Elizabeth. You can call me Elizabeth.
What can I do for you?
There's a girl who needs to be found. Maybe you've seen her.
This girl's dead.
You know her.
You'll see dozens of her tied down by the docks or the slums in Apollo Square. Orphans. With Fontaine's charity shut. No place for them.
But her you know.
As I said, girl's dead.
Lost.
Look, I don't know where you get...
Lost isn't dead. Name your rate, I will pay you for this work. But you do this one gratis, wouldn't you?
I don't follow.
Something tells me you will. Seems my instincts were correct.
Where's Sally?
I don't know. But I know someone who does. Follow me.
What's this girl to you?
What I need from her is my business. But I know where to start looking. Something tells me a man with your particular talents could be useful.
Edward thinks the way to my friend. I heard about your little friend. Such a shame.
What happened to these children?
Red means stop.
What are they?
Green means go.
Where have you been? Cabin in Arcadia?
All little girls.
Little sisters. Atom factories.
It's grotesque.
Compromise? Is that why we came to Rapture? I could come. Oh, come on.
What do they even look like under those suits?
What do you mean? They just... Well, I say you should get on with it. Do you have any idea how valuable my time is?
Ryan's been good to me. Few are the patrons who truly understand the struggle of the artist. But even I was a little leery when he shuttered Fontaine's business and sent that bald buck to a grave deep in the briny. But when Ryan buried all of Fontaine's pals in that department store, someone had to find a home for all
Funny.
those...
What?
You're not knowing about the little sisters. How long have you been in Rapture?
Let's just say I don't get out much.
You've got eyes and ears, don't you?
If I wanted to share my life story, Mr. DeWitt, I would write my memoirs. If I learned anything about Rapture, I thought it was a place where people understood to mind their own business.
Where are we headed?
The man we need to see is in the Garden of the Muses.
How do you know?
My sources are my own, Mr. DeWitt. If you have better information as to the whereabouts of your girl, I suggest you avail yourself of it.
Where are you taking me?
When's the last time you saw Sally?
What?
She was taken from you, wasn't she?
How do you know this?
She was taken, down at Surprise. You were playing the tables and...
She disappeared.
And?
Cop friend of mine, Sullivan, says they found her floating in the docks.
You see the body?
Look.
Did you see the body? This world values children, not childhood. There's a profit to be made and men who make it. I'm taking you to one of them. Mr. DeWitt, you all right?
I'm fine. Just get these spells sometimes. It'll pass.
Refreshment, sir? Madam?
We're fine, thanks.
decent sort. I told you. It's so pleasant.
Mr. DeWitt, we'll find my source inside of that club.
Cohen? What does that lunatic have to do with Sally?
Which business do you represent, sir?
Business?
Yes, which business?
DeWitt Investigations.
Mr. Cohen does not truck with private detectives. Masks of invitation went to artists and craftsmen alone.
I'm with the artist struggle. We're
No
expected.
mask, no entry.
Stuffed shirt.
These invitation masks he spoke of. They must have gone out to local artisans.
Well, I guess we'll have to persuade someone to loan us one.
The business of Rapture is business. Says it's sponsored by the Artist Struggle, the Golden Rule, and Rapture Records.
I guess those stores would be as good a place to start as any.
Private party. No entry without invitation.
We'll see about that. What brought you to Rapture?
A man.
Really? You don't strike me as the romantic type.
Wasn't that kind of man.
Then what?
There's a debt that needs repaying.
I've known my share of Shylocks. You're no Shylock.
Wasn't that kind of debt. Invitations to Cohen shows are highly coveted. Nobody's gonna just hand us one.
You think you can figure out a way to distract the store owner while I take a look around?
You just find the mask. Leave the distractions to me.
Welcome.
Excuse me. Lady has some questions for you.
Yes, of course.
I'm interested in this piece.
Ah, excellent. You've an eye, haven't you, miss? It's a natural sapphire and diamond, 18-karat gold ring, fully hallmarked for Paris, 1887.
Really?
The center cabochon... Excuse me, sir?
That's a lot of fine talk about a stolen ring.
I beg your pardon?
Right out of her
Cohen
coffin
sends
in
those
Twilight
masks out in
Field.
some
Did you
kind of
think we
box.
wouldn't notice? The assurances of a grave robber are of no interest to me. If you hand the ring back, the matter will remain between you
Must
and
be somewhere
me.
else.
I don't think so. Hit the bricks, you tramp. I'll see to it they hit you.
Get your hands off me! Might be best if we were gone when he wakes up. Any luck?
Nothing. Let's find another shop.
Where should we look next? Upstairs at the Artist Struggle, or Rapture Records straight ahead?
This clown bothering you, miss. How is Ryan taking over Fontaine's business any different? All that unpleasantness with Fontaine.
You see that dish I walked in with? Well, you give her the star treatment, pal. That'll make it worth your while.
But of course, right away. Interesting, isn't it? The original Sander Cohen. He calls it miasma.
I'm sorry, but I know precious little
Gotta
about her.
find that box.
How does it make you feel?
I don't want to open my mouth for fear of what foolishness might tumble out.
Nothing.
Like me to tell me.
Well, only one place left.
Oh, would you? Oh, I would like so much to understand.
In this piece, Cohen intended to show us the struggle.
You've given me so much to think about. I feel a trifle swoony. Would you mind if I return tomorrow for further education?
I shall be here at your service. Until tomorrow.
Nothing?
No. Got one place left, though.
And if that proves to be fruitless?
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Fontaine got taken out by Ryan's goons for one reason.
Bonjour, signor.
Suchang observe strangest of coincidences. On other side of a window, man in strange hat experimenting on Suchang's own creation. On plasmid. Man name of Fink. Outrage! Theft of intellectual property! But man name of Fink is no fool. Through addition of oxidizing agent, turns plasmid ingestible through stomach lining. Mr. Ryan very impressed with Suchang's initiative. Theft of intellectual property. Two-way street.
Well, hello.
Hey, pal. You want to help out the little lady?
Yes, of course.
What is this piece?
It's by Trenet, but of course, covered.
Where is he
by
hiding
Mr.
that
Ryan.
box?
Oh, it's lovely. Isn't it lovely? Oh, music does something to me. Especially something in this vein. It's almost primal, isn't it? Part of us that exists before thought, before logic, purely sensual.
The finest music touches us in places.
That we never knew existed.
There you are, you little son of a bitch.
Oh, it's so
Intoxicating. I must go. I must go. Even one more note shall prove my undoing. Good. We've located the mask.
Third time's the charm.
All right. It's best we head back to Cohen's.
I'm not looking to be an obstacle to you.
Fine piece of work back with those shopkeepers. You've got a bit of the grifter.
For that, you can thank my father.
Oh, yeah?
He was a man comfortable in a variety of roles.
It's temporary.
Tip. I don't think these super...
So, what kind of field you in?
Field?
Yeah, occupation. Can't imagine what kind of employment would lead you to tag along on a job like this.
I suppose you could say I work in debt collection.
I had all of these visions before coming down here of Utopia. Every man with his hand on the great chain, the wheel of progress turning. Every cliche you can imagine. And what is the first thing that happens when I open up shop? Petty thievery. Now I have to lock all my valuables in the closet. Remember 2076. It's the problem with coming to Utopia, is that it still has the people.
Whatever that barber did to you, I hope he's retained a capable attorney.
When Ryan take over Fontaine Futuristics, scene of terrible violence. Splicers burning each other to bits. Lucky ones not killed, sent to department store prison instead. Suchang think he dead man too. But then Ryan comes to Suchang and says, Suchang want to be buried in filthy store, or Suchang want to make a good salary? Work for Ryan. How much salary? Asks Suchang.
This better work. Otherwise, we'll certainly look the fools.
Trust me.
Very well. Mr. Cohen awaits your participation at his performance.
So who is this fellow Cohen? Some sort of underworld figure?
Worse. He's an artist.
An artist who kidnaps children.
Cohen's muse is a bit more diverse. I've seen this type. Gets an idea in his head, end a conversation. Don't matter who gets hurt.
Dance! Dance! Move! Be the conduit! Open yourselves to the music! To the spirit of the eternal! No. Why do you fail in this fashion? To embarrass me in front of my muse? My muse shall not be mocked. Fitzpatrick! Please! Thus... Save him for God's sake! My muse shall not be mocked! Get them out of here! There shall be no failure on my canvas. There's no room in rapture anymore for the artist. Who are you?
Name's DeWitt.
Is that right? My. This one's a real biscuit. Isn't he a biscuit, lady?
I need to ask you a few questions.
Questions? Yes. Yes. It is the work of man to ask. It is the work of the artist to answer.
You've seen this girl, haven't you?
We artists see more than most. You are more than you claim to be, little songbird. Are you not? Watch this one, DeWitt. She'll take you where you don't want to go. But I know the child in that photo is important to you. So many children flit, flit, flit away. I know where the girl is. And I will send you to her in exchange. All I ask is a dance.
What?
I see something in you two. Art strips away artifice. Show me who you are, and I will show you where you need to
Listen,
go.
Cohen, son of a bitch.
Mr. DeWitt.
What?
Dance with me.
Come, dance!
I shudder to think what greater price he might care to extract.
Fitzpatrick! Beauty and pain. They can be no more separated than birth and blood.
What do you think Cohen's customers do with the children? Do they?
Sometimes. But those types lack the capital of people like Ryan and Suchong.
That's a blessing.
You saw those little sisters? You so sure? But if Suchong had Sally, I'd know it.
How?
As I tied him to a chair and asked him.
So?
For 15 hours.
I don't know what to make of you, Mr. DeWitt.
No!
Listen, we're not gonna keep...
Fitzpatrick! I see suffering in you. I know how to shine a light on your pain. A moth will become a butterfly.
Mr. DeWitt! Mr. DeWitt! Are you alright?
I'm fine.
You were dreaming. You kept saying your daughter's name, Sally.
She's not my daughter.
I thought...
Pain and beauty. To an artist, they are parent and child.
Cohen?
I'm sending you to find your young one. No need to thank me. I'm not so sure you'll like what you find.
Look.
Fontaine's. Ryan sent the whole thing to the bottom.
But it's a prison now. Why would Cohen have sent Sally there?
I don't know.
Everyone has needs. I merely provide a service for those who have the means to pay. You'll find your little bird in the housewares department.
How many people do you suppose Ryan's got locked up in that place?
Enough. Fontaine had amassed something near an army. Now they're down there, spliced up and wild. Alright, there's a dock up ahead.
Takes a cold son of a bitch to do that to a living person.
What's that?
Burial at sea.
You read your residency contract with Ryan Industries? In perpetuity, we're all buried at sea.
Get too comfortable. Keep your eyes open.
Seem to be some supplies this way, Mr. DeWitt.
It's Booker.
What?
Just call me Booker.
If it's all the same to you, let's leave it at Mr. DeWitt.
Whenever anyone wants others to do their work, they call upon their never mind. Think of the needs of take dark of God. Out of the castle were launched with the word, think of yourself. They came to the crowd who liked the thought of the rock. Great inversion. Fly has changed humanity to an endless cycle of infinite.
Look up there. Let's have another look around. Perhaps we'll be able to find something to get us up and over.
Could be handy.
Skyhook?
Skyhook? You mean the air grabber? Kids use them to ride around up on the pneumo lines.
Air grabber? Huh. Constants and variables.
Constants and what?
Never mind.
Stuck.
I want the frosted one. Get me the frosted.
Mr. DeWitt! Someone's coming!
Come back! I want the frosted!
Company man! Company man!
All right, I got the grabber unjammed.
They're real personal.
Mr. DeWitt, look. Housewares. That's where Cohen said we'd find Sally. The store ran trams between the 3 buildings. We'll need to avail ourselves of that.
Assuming it still works.
Optimism, Mr. DeWitt. It helps in situations like this. When did you come to Rapture?
Oh, it was, geez, I guess around 51? No, 48?
That's a rather large gap.
Time. Life I had before. Sort of becomes a blur. 49. 49 for sure. Damn.
You look a mess, Mr. DeWitt.
Just keep your eyes open for splicers. They can do us a whole lot worse.
Here, little birdies. Eat it up. Well, it's good for you, you know? I'll be late again, but I'm a mess. I'm a mess!
Some fella nearby? Some fella? I've always been there for you!
That's all I've got! Mr. DeWitt, look.
Well, there's the tram.
That splicer had no problem freezing a path for himself before.
I'm sure he'll be happy to do the same for us.
I have no doubt you'll prove persuasive. Mr. DeWitt, look. Ice rink.
Be good at places any to look for our new friend.
It says it's on the top floor.
So we go up.
Burst pipe.
The store sunk a few hundred feet beyond its specifications. More pressure, more burst pipes.
Damn thing's locked.
Let me see that. Oh, have matters progressed so little? I could turn this with a rake pick. Done.
Where'd you learn that?
Oh, it's something I picked up a long time ago.
Yeah, our frozen friend leaves a hell of a trail.
Come on. Just let me in, okay?
Mr. DeWitt,
Fontaine, he said we're all equal down here now. All in the same boat. I just want a taste of some high-class food.
Splicers. I don't think they see us. If you keep quiet, maybe you can get the drop on them. Even the odds.
Yeah. Maybe even lay down a trap or two.
Ryan, you bastard. Left me here to rot. Sure, I signed the contract. Helped turn Fontaine's into a prison. 10 days, big rush, everything slapdash. Right before the prisoners are brought in. One of your piece of shit turrets. Bam! Both kneecaps. Now I'm likely a cripple locked in a jail, surrounded by maniacs. Haven't even been paid, but I don't care. Just get me out of here.
What you doing here? Why? This is my house.
Still looking. I can help you. Need this?
Perfect timing.
I'll try to keep you stocked.
You're dead to me. Put those bullets somewhere.
Get up. Get up.
Thanks.
You want to thank me? Next time, try ducking.
Need a lock picked.
No problem. Got it.
Although you have no claim to fame, they got me with the lights on and all the same. I want a little time for two shoot. Baby, it's gotta be tonight to shoot. Please be wed, you share my bread, and mine'll be thine. And thine'll be mine.
Nice.
What's that?
It used to be such a thrill to hear Ryan speak. Parasite, this. And the exaltation of man, that. Sure, it could all get a bit of a bore. But the old bear sure knew how to enunciate.
Some overtime. Most ladies like men who are big and tall, but I don't mind if you're short and small. I never measure ounce for ounce. After all, I'm the punch.
See him? Look up there.
What are you ashamed about? Of my first play, the Herald said, "A dead whale has washed up at the Schubert Theater and stinks a little more with each passing night." The Tribune called my first opera as having the effect of canceling out all of Mozart's classics in a single caterwaul. And now, critics take me to task for my humanitarian work. If I were not there to find a home for these orphans, would these bellyachers take my place? An artist once said, all critics should be assassinated. I just might take him up on that.
They don't even seem sane.
Nothing beats your first splice. From there, it's all downhill. The frozen frosties, the jockeys who'll hand you 1,000 volts as soon as look at you.
You sound sympathetic.
They wouldn't be the first sons of bitches who found an answer at the bottom of a bottle. And once you see them go all weak at the knees at the sight of a little sister and all her Adam, they cut a less sympathetic figure. Short-circuited. Probably be able to pop it open with
a jolt of shock jockey?
You familiar with shock jockey?
More than you could know.
Let's look around. Maybe there's a store ain't been ransacked by splicers yet.
Palm of my hand. Mark my words. Palm of my hand.
Some fella?
It's locked.
Looks simple enough. Done.
I keep dropping audio diaries in the pneumo tubes like a message in a goddamn bottle, hoping one will get through and someone will save me. If you get this, send help. I'm holed up in the shoe storeroom. The code's 0928.
I'm looking for more!
Tracking slugs everywhere!
Not hurt! Take this!
Thanks.
Got a lock here.
Sure thing. There you go. Look. There. Splicers. Inside! I won't have such a
Get ready to transcend! Face your fears! Stay!
Here! Ammo!
What you doing?
Friendly.
Heartless. That's what this town is.
All my audio diaries begging for rescue came back unread, marked return to sender, insufficient postage.
Much obliged.
You're dead to me. Looks like the plasma department is back that way. I'm sure we'd find something useful there.
It's locked.
Looks simple enough. Ready.
Folks always stare when I make me sing.
The kids were sad.
Mother's cream out of the armor. I need to do. Is that attitude?
You better leave well enough alone.
Give me a second. I'll keep my eyes open for more. Ammo, DeWitt. Mr. DeWitt, catch!
That'll do. Could you take a look at this lock?
I'll see what I can do. There you go.
Oh, you're not gonna outlawyer me on this one, Ryan. You knowingly promoted Old Man Winter with the implication it produced ice, not dry ice. The ice sculpture we commissioned for this year's gala at the Kashmir stands where we left it a month later. All 2,500 pounds of it. And who's still footing the room rental?
Why did Ryan lock up all of Fontaine's followers in a department store?
He needed somewhere to put Fontaine's button. Why not shut down the competition in the bargain?
But I thought Andrew Ryan was all about free markets and open competition.
All those ideas lose their luster when the quarterly earnings come in and you find the other guys eating your lunch. Either way, Fontaine's dead.
Freezing in here.
Something tells me all that cold isn't just coming from the ice rink.
Frank Fontaine called me in the other day. Me, Ray Larden. Says trouble's coming and he's passing out special plasmids to all his best guys. I mean, it's an honor, but man, I started getting these shingles all over. Skin's discolored. Like when a guy's about to lose a limb, you know? And I can't seem to pile on enough clothes. I hate to ask, but is this happening to everybody?
Unless I say so. You got it. Anyone comes near that bottle without permission is a dead man.